What's up, UA fam? Ashley here. And if you love this podcast and you actually find yourself re-listening to episodes and wanting more of Taryn and I, guess what? You should subscribe to our Supercast where we give you bonus content every single week. But not just basic episodes, we do interactive episodes like personalized AMAs where you can specifically ask Taryn how her dating life is going, and you can specifically ask me how it's been living with my boyfriend this past few months. We do solo episodes and even scary episodes because we know how much you guys love those scary stories. And our Supercast community has been growing exponentially, so don't miss out. Subscribe to Supercast now and join the fun. I literally, the other day, no, it was just yesterday. I had a sip of a poppy. I was like, that's fresh. And Jackson goes, you say that with every drink. And I was like,
and you clearly
I
not
do.
Bridesmaids.
I know he gets it, but he was like,
but you don't get it.
He was like, you say that every time. I was like, because I'm funny. Because I'm funny. Okay.
It's fresh.
I'm funny.
I just said that the other day too.
I say it all the time, but I feel like I extra say it around you.
Because we are our bridesmaids.
Yeah. Yesterday, we were driving back from camping and we drove past Disneyland. And every time we drive like kind of close to Disneyland, I'll be like, Jackson, like, should we just cancel plans and go to Disneyland? Because he doesn't love Disneyland the way that I love Disneyland. So it's very much a joke. But yesterday, we could see the Matterhorn and I was like, and he started dying and I was like, just kidding, I wouldn't take you anyways.
Yeah.
Because you don't get it.
You don't deserve.
Should this be our intro? Just me slamming Jackson
Was it
for not liking Disney?
Mandy's probably like, shut up and start.
Can you start the podcast
We're
already?
on the clock, you dummies.
Hey y'all, his distaste for Disney.
You know,
love.
You have to be a very creative person to like find insults without cussing.
Oh, absolutely. I actually feel like if you're cussing a ton, that's the lazy way to do it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because anyone could just like F-bomb every other word.
Yeah.
But when you have the ability to put in some creative vocabulary mixed in there, then you leave them wondering what you really said because they don't know what you're saying because your vocabulary skills are so good.
And like, I don't know, it's more like I called the guy I'm dating a butthole the other day and I was dying laughing afterwards because like who says butthole anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But also I posted a TikTok about this because I was like very shocked by it the other day. So I talk to myself a lot, not in a schizophrenic way, in like a self-talk. I'm big. We're big on self-talk.
That's funny. I feel like mine's always like degrading.
Well, I posted a TikTok about this because I'm very big on self-talk, like huge, not in like a you should be concerned about me way, in like a mental health, like self-talk way.
Yeah.
And wow, there's a lot. And he was kicking. Yeah. I'm like hearing my speed.
We took 4 sips of an energy drink and we are
rapid.
wired.
Wired. Don't do drugs. Do energy drinks. Sorry. Oh my God. Anyways, so I posted this TikTok because the other day I was walking by a mirror and noticed something not pleasurable about myself, and it's my own doing. So I looked at myself and I literally told myself off, right? Mm-hmm. But I hurt my feelings. I genuinely,
I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting that.
I was like going off, right?
Yeah.
Finger wagging, like going off. And then it was like I shifted back into me and I was like, I literally looked at myself in the mirror and was like, you did not have to go in that hard. Like, you're so rude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I couldn't even look at myself. I was like in a fight with myself. But also I deserved it. Like I needed to hear it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I feel like I always need a little like harsh.
Yeah, like get it together.
Harsh talk. And my self-talk is almost always because like I need to do better. I need to like get together, like get organized. Like, come on, Ash. Like it's a lot of like that kind of talk whenever I'm talking out loud. Or I lost something and I'm screaming at myself. Like, last time you saw it, you were here and then you went over here and now we're here. But like, where did it go?
Why do you always do this?
Yeah, every single time.
For sure.
I should do more like outward, like self-love talk. But 90% of the time it's get your together. Or I'm at the gym and I'm like, fucking do better.
Yeah, I do a lot of like encouraging. Like if I'm really down, it's like a lot of that. Like, you got this, baby girl. Like, get up. Like, you can do this. Like,
what do you guys say?
This doesn't define you. Yeah, how do you talk?
How do you talk to yourself?
Are you your biggest op or your biggest cheerleader? I tend to sway.
By op, do you mean?
Wow, Ash, you're so not cool.
I don't know what oppressor.
Opponent. Your biggest op.
Biggest opponent.
I'm so much cooler than you.
Got it. I mean, obviously.
You're on my lap.
I knew that.
Anyways, welcome to the podcast, everyone.
It's a second episode, so you know what that means. Chaos.
It's about to get crazy. I figured we could start by, it's like
the most mundane way. Mundane way.
Someone call the EMs. That still kills me. What are your it's like officially summer. What's
it is summer.
Your summer, do you have summer plans? Like what's the vibes this summer?
We've already gone camping twice, and so it feels like summer, and the plan is to go at least 6 more times.
Yeah.
I really want to do a lot of beach. Did the beach this past weekend. That was lovely. Already did a wedding. We have one more wedding coming up. It's this week. So gonna go do that. Check that off the list. I'm also gonna be, I had this whole thing where I have had this whole thing where I've had to buy a new outfit for every wedding I've gone to.
Well, also, I feel like we've had a lot of very bougie
Big
weddings that request
where there's going to be cameras.
Yeah.
But I'm going to my fiance's fraternity brother's wedding. And to be fair, at Remy's wedding, a girl got one photo in the yellow dress, and the yellow dress was immaculate.
Stunning.
It was so pretty. And I got no content in it. So I was like, you know what? Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater. I was like, I'm just going to do it because we're going to a much more family and friends wedding versus social public wedding. And I was like,
also,
I'm just going to rewear the dress.
So, different circles.
Completely different circle.
Do your hair slightly
different?
different?
I mean, I only know a couple options for hair, so I don't know if I can, but I will try.
Okay, but it's the super low back one, right?
Yeah.
Updo would be
no, it wasn't
stunning.
the low back. The yellow one had the scarf that went across my neck.
You wore that at the wedding?
I wore that at the welcome party.
The welcome party.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
So that doesn't count.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. We need to normalize re-wearing outfits. I'm going to be doing that. And then we're going to Colorado for the 4th of July, which will be really fun.
Oh, fun.
And we haven't seen Jackson's family since we got engaged. So
we want
to go spend time with them, see some friends. It's going to be fun. 4th out there is fun because it's very small town.
Yeah.
Which I'm not used to. I'm 4th means beach. It's very California-y. But 4th there is everyone's on bicycles. Everyone's doing barbecues in the cul-de-sac and block parties and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's very different than how I was raised, and I like it a lot. It's fun.
Yeah.
It feels like a movie. Feels like I'm watching
Summer I Turn Pretty.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. It's my birthday almost.
It's her birthday almost.
Wait, I don't even know when this episode comes out. It might be my birthday. Yesterday was
your birthday yesterday. How does it feel?
I feel old. I'm just kidding. I feel
how old are we?
I'll be 30. I'm telling you, after 35, I don't know my age. 36, 7, 8?
It must be 8.
Ew, I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, I'm super old. But I'll look young. No, I'm just kidding.
But what matters.
But what matters is I act like a 12-year-old, look like a 25-year-old.
38.
That might be pushing
and
it, but
feeling great. 38.
Sure. Can we stop saying it?
No, I always try to rhyme something with the number.
Yeah. It's fine. Let's move on.
All I got is great.
Rhyme to 35. Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like I love my birthday so much. I love any chapter marking. So
I feel like most people
New
do.
Year's, birthday, I love the
fresh start.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. I still haven't really planned anything for my actual to celebrate with my friends yet. So I got to get that figured out. But every year we leave pretty much on my birthday for a 2-week vacation. We have a timeshare in Palm Springs. So we just literally, the guys golf all day, every day. And then we go to the pool or get massages, like very just like.
Can I say what I think is going to happen on your birthday? On your actual birthday?
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to wake up. This is in Palm Springs, by the way, on their family vacation. You're going to wake up and get yourself a birthday Starbucks.
Probs.
With all the girls.
Yep.
And you're going to go back to the house. You're going to chill for a bit. Everyone's going to give you like good morning birthday hugs. And then you're probably going to go to Target.
Not hugs, more like dab me up.
Oh, dab. Oh,
you know,
family dabs. My family's a hugger.
It's
I don't think I've seen anyone in my family dab me up.
I want to see your dad dab up so hard.
I can't even picture
I'm gonna do it with him
my dad dabbing me up. Like
yeah.
My mom was hilarious.
And you try to get the perfect pop. So like we'll try over and over until we get that.
You're probably gonna go to Target because at this point you forgot something for your trip or whatever, and then while you're there, you'll have stumbled across like a fun, cute top or a fun like bikini cover up, and you'll be like, you know what? It's my birthday. I'm gonna buy this for me. Okay. And then you're gonna go to the pool. By this time, it's like 1:30, and all of the girls are by the pool. Once you're done with the pool, your mom's gonna take you to get your nails done because she.
It's our
loves
thing.
Getting your nails done for your birthday.
Yeah.
It could be a massage, depending on like if you have already gotten your nails done recently or not, but she'd probably opt for nails. And then you're going to go out to dinner where your dad's going to pay for everybody, and it's going to be hibachi.
Yep. If you haven't been to Kobe's in Palm Springs.
You might go see a movie. You might do some night swimming. You might end up chilling, playing games.
Pretty much.
Woo!
Pretty freaking much. How does she know that? Because she's usually there. It's cut to videos of you catching shrimp in your mouth.
It's the nails or massage.
Yeah.
It's the same
You know
Starbucks.
what it is? So my dad is a very like habitual person. Like
to the max.
Same restaurants, like same routines, rhythms. So like every summer we always go to Palm Springs. It always looks the same. Like, which it's so funny because now like having other people marry into my family, like, no guys, I'm not married yet.
Oh, for a second I was like, wait, is she married?
No, but I have a funny story about that. Okay. Getting married. It's so funny because they'll be like, let's try these other restaurants. Like, let's go like thrifting. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. And I'm like, yeah, like that's my normal mode. But I think because I've grown up in my family, like I know, like when I go on vacations, I clock out. Yeah. I'm like a soldier. I'm told when to wake up, what to wear, where are we going? Yeah. And I just I go along with it. And it's, to most people, they'd be like, that's my nightmare. But to me, it's kind of relaxing because I'm just like, I don't care. Like I'm here to just vibe out. Like we'll chill, we'll play games, we'll do whatever, but it's not like usually when I travel, I'm like trying to find cute spots and restaurants and whatever. I'm just like, yes, we will be at Kobe's. We will be at like Islands. We'll be at the Mexican food place. Like I know exactly what we're doing.
What your order's going to be.
Yeah. It's just very.
That was me when Alicia and Remy took me to Korea. We went to Seoul, and obviously Remy and her mom have been there before and knew where we were going. I have never in my life, every trip I've ever gone on, I'm planning, even family trips. Like it's my literal job to like gather everyone together, make the schedule. We're doing this at this time, this day, this. And I'm like constantly like thinking that way. Because I feel like if I don't, then we literally do nothing. But then going to Korea, I was like, I didn't have to plan anything. I didn't have to look anything up. I didn't have to question anything. And it was phenomenal. I was like, am I flying? How did I get here? You know, I'm just like, how did I end up here? It was like
so nice.
It's so nice.
It's so nice.
So any opportunity to disconnect like that.
Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah. It's great. No, but okay. So this is my like tearing it. Can I sabotage the tearing it up?
Fine.
Do you have a good one? We'll play it out. Okay. We'll play it okay. Because it's not like embarrassing, but it's just funny. So
we can have 2 turn it ups.
For sure. Yeah. You can never have enough.
No.
Turn it ups.
No.
So the other day I called my grandma, who's like, she's pretty deep into like the dementia, Alzheimer's. Like she hasn't been diagnosed, but it's like she resets very frequently.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you call her and it's like you kind of have like the same conversations over and over. but she always asks me if I'm dating someone.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had a long drive and I was like, let's get into it, Grams, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, I am dating someone. She's like, oh my gosh. And so I tell her about him and she's just like, oh, I like that. Oh, I want to meet him. Like just being like so cutesy, right? And so then at the end of the conversation, I was kind of shocked because she brought him up again. And she was like, I really want to meet him. Tell him he needs to come meet your grandma. And I was like, okay, I'll let him know. So then I don't think anything of it. The next day I get a text from my aunt. She goes, grandma just announced to the entire family that you're engaged. And I was like, oh, no. I'm definitely not engaged. But I was just dying because she said like she went on and on.
You should have just
letting
gone with
everyone know. I know I should have.
You have that fake ring that you were going to tease me with. You should have just done it and then had everyone get you engagement gifts and then
where does
break
that
it to
cycle
them.
end? Though? Do I get to keep the gifts when I say,
yeah,
surprise?
it's too late.
Yeah, that's true. Or I just force myself into like making him propose. He doesn't even have to at that point.
Yeah. You met grandma.
Yeah. My
Wait, did you tell him the story?
Amazon ring, that'll do.
Did you tell him the story?
I haven't told him yet. I
Yeah,
have the
you
screenshots.
have
I'm going to show.
update us with
I
his
wanna
reaction.
See, yeah, I want to see. He's like traveling right now, so I've been waiting to like tell him in person because I know he's
it's
gonna
funny.
like die.
It's
yeah,
really,
he's
it's like
gonna
straight
die.
out of a like comedy.
Yeah. My
rom-com.
cousin texted me too, and she's like, "So you're engaged?" with like a laughing face, and I was like, "Oh, imagine like that's." I just don't
That's
tell
how you
anyone.
tell-
I just let
yeah.
my grandma like go ham. But I'm nervous because she calls everyone all the time, so I'm like, I don't know how many people out there are like, Taryn's engaged.
I like hope she's told everyone.
Oh, probably. But I'm like, she can't remember like 5 minutes into the conversation,
What's
but
a big
she
deal?
like that's what she sticks in.
Yeah. It's a big
And
deal.
a false fact. But anyways, it's great. I'm engaged.
Woo! Okay, well, let's just dive right on into the tearing it up, I
Let's
guess.
do it.
This one is titled A Waxing Disaster.
Oh God.
Hi, girly pops. My name is Abby, and yes, you can use my name. We love the confidence. I am a huge fan and have followed you both for quite some time. Your podcast has helped me reflect on my experiences in life and has helped me and my work day go by faster. So thank you for that. Anyways, I wanted to write in because everyone that was there to see this disaster still brings it up over 10 years later. Let me set the scene. I was
Dang, that's a good story.
I was
then.
like, dang, 10 years.
that's a good story then.
I was in 6th grade and I always looked up to my sisters. They were so girly and I was very tomboy. My sisters so kindly let me know that I had some bushy eyebrows. I took everything to heart at that time. And obviously, like at that age,
That's that
who
age.
wouldn't?
We all still have our like scarring statements that were told to us that we remember like it was yesterday.
Yikes. I finally decided to do something about it. I asked my mom if she would wax my eyebrows, as I was tired of having caterpillars on my face. Aww. She said all we had at home were waxing strips for your legs, but that she thinks she could make it work. I was so excited and thought after this, I would be hot. She started on the first eyebrow and I barely felt it when she ripped the wax strip right off. Hardly any hair came off. But after this, I was starting to second guess and doubt if I should continue. Before I could say anything, my mom slapped the other wax strip to the other eyebrow. When she pulled it off this time, it hurt really bad. I asked her if it looked good with a gleam of excitement in my eyes. She looked down and said, I may have taken off a little bit too much.
Oh no.
I wasn't concerned though. I ran to the bathroom ready to look at my new fabulous eyebrows. and that's when I saw it. It felt like a movie when it zooms in on your face after the shocking event. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
My whole left eyebrow was gone.
The whole thing? That is child abuse.
In 6th grade.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. Oh, my whole left eyebrow is gone. I slammed the door and started bawling my eyes out. My dad came home and asked me to open the door to ask what happened. I had my hand over my face because I was so embarrassed. When I removed my hand to show him, he made a face and said, "Oh God." I shut the door again and started crying again. Later that night, my dad was trying to help me and helped me decide whether or not he could draw on an eyebrow for me. No, he does not know how to do any makeup, LOL. Needless to say, the orange sparkly eyeliner he used to draw it on did not look natural. Oof. After that, I had to think of something because I had to go to school the next day. I decided to flip my hair over my face and had a major side part, like back when Ashley was in high school.
Emo days, yes.
Side part. And then I decided to also wear a headband, which pulled the front emo part of my bangs very forward. When I went to school, everyone thought I had gotten a haircut or was trying a new style. I could barely see anything. No one noticed, or maybe they didn't want to hurt my feelings, but no one said anything. Eventually, it did grow back. If you didn't know, they grow back softer than they were.
I mean, it makes sense because when you get waxed, it comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After this, I was so scared to ever do anything with my eyebrows. So, guys, always go to a professional. Thanks for listening, and I hope you had a good laugh. Love, Abby. Brutal.
Dude, that poor mom, imagine like seeing what you did and being like...
Yeah, but also like leg waxing strips, no. It's so much smaller and you need to be so detailed about it.
Precise.
And like we've all done, I like overplucked my brows and I remember being like, damn, I have to wait for that to grow back in now. And that sucks.
That is a bald spot.
It's one of that is actually that probably accounts for one of mine.
Did you have like any insecurities that had to do with hair, like growing up, like body hair?
Body hair? I feel like I waited a while, or my mom had me wait a while to like shave my legs. Because I remember being in 4th grade and some of my friends were shaving their legs and I was like, Mom?
Should I? Yeah. It's crazy
I want to shave my legs.
Starts with you're never like not fine with it until you're friends.
Yeah.
I remember in high school, all of my friends started shaving their arms. That was like a big thing.
That was a thing. I remember trying it in like 7th grade.
Well, I asked my mom, I said I wanted to shave my arms.
Yeah.
And she was like, absolutely not. She told me like, don't you dare shave your arms. Like, don't.
Yeah. Well, you also have barely any hair on your arms
It was
whatsoever.
just because everyone was doing it and I felt insecure and wanted to be like everyone. But I remember I shaved them and then got out of the bath, did not clean the bath because, you know, very like freshman, like you're just like dumb. And so my mom calls me and she's like, Taryn Renee. When I hear Taryn Renee come out, I'm like,
middle name.
My life flashed before my eyes. So I walk in the bathtub and she goes, did you shave your arms? And I was like, no. She's like, what's all this hair? I was like, my legs. She's like, no, it's not. Let me see your arms. I was like, no. Just start like crying and like hyperventilating. But it was like so funny because I would always try to like play off like I didn't know what she was talking about when I get in trouble. But then I have these like bald, like cut up arms from shaving them.
I remember shaving my arms the first time and being like, this is incredible. Like they were so soft and I felt like I looked different. I felt like I got and then, like something major done. And then the next day I was like, it wasn't soft anymore. And I was like, that's a problem.
No, it's,
I was like, I can't feel stubble on my arms.
Yeah.
Like, that's not okay. So then I was shaving every day. And then I just remember being like, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
Like that's not doable. And I just let it grow back out.
Yeah.
I actually, it's hard to tell because it's so blonde, but I have a lot of hair on my arms. So I feel like it did make a big difference. Whereas like you and Alicia, you and my sister like have like no hair on your arms.
But not worth like,
it's not worth daily shaving.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
No, ma'am.
Anyways, wow.
Thanks for sharing. If you have any silly, funny, goofy waxing disasters to submit for Tearing It Up, you should probably do that now.
I get on waxing TikTok every once in a while. It's so nasty what people do.
Oh man, it's tough out there. Have you seen the girlfriends that'll like wax their boyfriends?
Yeah. It just shows women are so much stronger than men.
Chins, whatever. They like freak out.
They're like screaming.
Yeah, we go through a lot as girls.
It's really like it's so annoying.
No, it
really is so
wild.
annoying.
I was getting lasered the other day and she was like, your pain tolerance is through the roof. And I was like, that's because I got Brazilians for 7 years. And she started laughing and I was like,
no, I did sugaring
my pain
once.
tolerance is so good because of that.
Never again. I remember the first time when my guy saw me like without makeup. Mm-hmm. Like I was just chilling without makeup. And then he was like, I prefer that. Like, I love when you're just like, no makeup on, like whatever. And I was like, perfect. Cause that is me, like every day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like putting makeup on or like brushing my hair, but I don't have to. Okay. All right. This one is titled Prioritizing My Career or Mental Health Before Going Back to College.
Perfect.
Woof. Me and Ash struggled through college. Hi, lovely girls. Hope you are both doing well. Sending all my love to you. My name is but
Hey.
please bleep that out.
Oh,
Michaela?
leave it.
You know what to do, girl.
Please.
Okay. I am 21 and I live in Canada. Yes, Taryn, we can easily get flights if stranded in the airport. Wait, what? Oh, she said, I mentioned I was stuck in Las Vegas and at least I wasn't in Canada, and she thought it was hilarious.
Oh,
I didn't mean it. I don't even remember saying that. I don't remember half the stuff I say, to be honest.
not great.
Yeah, true. Anyways, I am an Enneagram type 6 and an Aries. I also have anxiety and I'm a big overthinker who finds it hard to shut my mind off.
Oh,
I
man.
love that.
Yep.
I'm an Enneagram 2, Cancer, have anxiety.
Yeah. Here's all you need to know about me.
This is the deal. I'm in a bit of a pickle. Ew.
Uh-oh.
I graduated last year from a 2-year diploma in architecture. Ooh.
That's fun.
That's like a sexy, like if someone's like, I'm an
Oh.
architect, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, Ted Mosby.
I would literally want to tell everyone my job.
I know.
Yeah. I feel like I try not to tell people my job.
Mood. And I decided to work at a company for a year before going back to complete the extra 2 years for my bachelor's. A little backstory on my experience in this university. It was a show.
Oh, no.
We were in 8 courses, sometimes 10 at the time, and these are full credit courses. My total credits for a semester was 31. The way I could barely balance like 12.
Yeah. Yikes.
My time in university was the most stressful and overwhelmed I have ever been, and I find that I am still affected by the intensity. After I graduated, I only had 1 week off before I started my full-time job at an architecture company. I work from home, so it's been great not having a commute, and I've been working on my work-life balance. However, I do find I'm becoming a little burnt out as I never really had time off to calm down, and it's finally catching up to me. I applied for my bachelor's to go back to school. My plan was to quit my job in July and have about 1.5 to 2 months off working a part-time job, which I will keep while I'm in school. I will get my summer off to re-energize and be at my best for when I go back to school. My boss knows I applied to go back to school and knows I would quit a few weeks before my program starts. My plan was perfect until I got waitlisted for my program last week. I had applied last year before I decided to work for a year and got accepted into the program, so I was not expecting this. They said I may not know if I got off the wait list until the first week of classes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's crazy.
Because people have to like drop out or no show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this is my said pickle I'm in. I obviously need at least 2 weeks notice to give my boss when I quit. However, I don't know when I may get off the wait list. I wanted to quit by max August, which means I would have until mid-July to hear back from my university and give my 2 weeks notice. But what if I don't hear by then? And I genuinely need time off before I start school. My family doesn't understand this part. I also want to feel like a normal person my age and all my friends who have the summer off, staying up late, hanging out. As someone with a 7 a.m. wake-up call for my job, I can't do that, and I'm feeling held back. I'm exhausted from work and just want to enjoy my summer off, but my family thinks I'm being dramatic. Yeah. I have so much to say about that part.
Me too.
Because all of us struggle. It's a generational thing, for sure. Ugh. My boyfriend of 2 years, who was very supportive when I was in school and always stressed, thinks I should quit regardless.
I like that.
Regardless, and find a part-time job. If I get into my program, then perfect. I got my summer off, have a part-time job for when I'm in school. If I don't get in, I'll keep working my part-time job until I feel re-energized enough to just find another job, which I don't mind this idea. I have the rest of my life to work a full-time job. Why can't I enjoy my youth just a little longer? My parents didn't like this idea as I would be, quote unquote, throwing away my career and burning bridges. But I don't want to keep working until the end of August when I find out if I got accepted and ending up having no time off before my program, meaning I would be going back to school half burnt out. I don't know what to do. I'm so overwhelmed and can't stop thinking about this until I have everything planned out. Please help an overthinking girly out. Any advice is so helpful. Thank you for hearing my rant. I've attached a couple photos of myself and my boyfriend.
Cute.
So cute.
You and your boyfriend are cute.
I just like don't appreciate when people have naturally curly hair. It really pisses me off.
Really?
My hair is like
I feel like they think
stick.
the same thing of straight hair.
Well,
Because I feel you. Like, to get any kind of body or volume in my hair whatsoever requires at least 10 products and a very hot tool. But obviously they wake up with volume.
Yeah.
But they're like, if I want straight hair, 10
the way I
products
would
and a very hot
embrace
tool.
just like a giant curly fro, I would thrive.
Yeah.
I would thrive. Anyways, this stresses me out because like if there's one thing I do not miss, one chapter of life I do not miss, it's that chapter of like, oh my gosh, I'm graduating. What is my plan? Now all of a sudden I need to like, where am I going to live? What am I going to do for my job? Like everything feels so urgent of like every decision is like going to affect the rest of your life. Like that pressure put on in that time is so overwhelming and exhausting.
Yeah.
Ugh,
And it starts
I do not miss that.
your junior year of high school.
Literally.
So that was one of the things I was going to say is I was going to try to hopefully validate your feelings, Anonymous, because that's such a difficult time to be alive. School was very hard for me, and I had a really hard time juggling everything, and I thrived working. Like
Yeah.
I thrived having multiple part-time jobs. I thrived doing my like music lessons on the side, and I was constantly juggling multiple jobs and loving it. Throwing school in the mix was like too much. I like almost broke multiple times. I ended up taking a big break from school period just to work because I was getting so overwhelmed with it. And I swear the only reason I graduated was because my mom helped me like figure out my courses, what needed to transfer and all that stuff. Cause it was such a pain in the it was so hard. But a lot of us, everyone has experienced that. Like it's that chapter. It's just a really tough chapter, and it's a tough one to get through. So all that to say is I just hope you realize that you're not alone in this. Like, we've been there.
Yeah.
Actually.
I just feel like, I don't know, like I feel like a 2-week notice in a job. I mean, I don't know how fast architecture worlds work, but like to me, if you give your 2-week notice, you've given your boss your heads up, those 2 weeks end and you don't get into that program, I don't see why that would be like a weird way to re-enter and just be like, hey, like reaching out to your boss and be like, hey, I was waitlisted, I didn't get into the program. Like, is there still a position open for me? Like, if not, I understand.
Well, I think that's something you could bring up beforehand. Like, why not talk to your boss now? Like, I had to do that every new semester and be like, hey, I don't know my schedule yet. And I don't know if I'm getting this class. I don't know if I'm getting this class. And they're at 2 different days, 2 different times. Like, it would very much affect like my work schedule with him. And he was always like, I know you're a student. Like, once you have it, let me know. So why not talk to your boss now and be like, hey, I don't know if I'm getting this program or not. And if I do, is it okay if I like don't give you a 2-week heads up since I'm telling you now 2 months beforehand that this is a possibility? But also, if I don't get it, can you not give my job away? Like,
yeah, I feel like because you've said you've already like updated him about when you're leaving and the timeline and everything. So I feel like you could re-bring that up. I also think it sounds like to me, I think you need to figure out your priority. It sounds like to me you're the most worried about like your mental health. Valid. And I think that's very important. So if that's the case, I would go down the route of like taking the break, getting a part-time job. If you don't get into the program, then maybe like you pick up another part-time job, or maybe you intern somewhere part-time that is still like in your field that would look good to a future job or whatever. But I don't know. I feel what I was kind of alluding to earlier. It's a very hard generational gap because I think our parents' mental health was not a thing. Like it was like suck it up and rub some dirt on it. And there are some ways that I wish we didn't get so far away from that mentality.
Yeah.
I feel like the pendulum has swung almost too far to where like everyone's like a baby and calling out because they have like a headache. Like,
yeah, like I'm not saying this is you anonymous, but I think people use the word burnout too much now.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, that's weird. You've had this job for a year.
Yeah.
How are you burnout? Or you just started?
Or just like because you just like I'd rather not go into work. Well, a lot of us don't want to work. Like
fair.
It's
I can't even think of what to wear. You know,
for sure.
There's times where all that to say is I feel like it can be overused.
Yeah, but I've struggled with that with like kind of telling my parents like when I was in therapy and really going through a low time, like helping them to understand like it's not just me being like, oh, I'm sad and I just don't want to. It's like it's a lot deeper than that. And like I think you can do as much as you can to try to explain what's going on and like how it's affecting you. But sometimes people just aren't going to understand because they weren't raised with that terminology and that grace to be able to like take a step back and prioritize mental health. Like they were raised like you go to work. Like,
well, it's crazy. I was talking about this the other day with someone, I can't remember who, but like our grandparents literally like went to war.
Yeah.
Think about that.
No, I know.
Think about their priorities. So they were just trying to like eat, have food on the table. Like that was the priority. And that's why like my grandma like was such a hoarder. Like she could not throw a can of beans out that was expired like 8 years ago. Like I could not get her to do that because that's how she was raised. Like you don't throw anything away. Like we're trying to survive. And then like our parents grew up, a lot of them with alcoholics because they had parents that went to war and like they didn't have parents that were there. So they had a lot of trauma that they dealt with and have had to,
because mental health was not prioritized.
Because mental health wasn't prioritized. They became like more like focused on like career and whatever. And then here we are with the ability and the privilege to be able to recognize mental health. And we've been taught it. And then now I feel like the next generation like knows it so well that it's almost like to the extent. But again, it's pros and cons.
And I think like the demand and the toll that social media and society and like everything going on in the world has, like a lot of people are feeling very like overwhelmed and burnt out.
Yeah.
So I think you need to decide like what is your priority and then you need to like go for it.
Yeah.
And I think it's smart to have some like backup plans in place. Mm-hmm. But if your priority is like taking a step back and like whatever, then I think like bartending a few nights a week, like whatever you need to do to like still get money but give yourself a break, then do it. But I think the thing is I think what your parents would appreciate is if you came to them with, this is my plan, and you say it with your whole chest. Like don't go in being like, well, I don't know, and I'm just this. I think that's where parents get freaked out because they don't want you to like flounder in life.
Yeah.
But I think if you go at it in a way where it's like, no, this is my plan. I've already got it worked out. This is like what I'm doing. Then you go from there. But I do think going to your boss and just being so transparent about the wait list and how much you love the job, and like if you don't get into the program, you would love to continue, but that in prepping for the program, you still need that time off. Yeah. But come August or whenever, there's a chance I might not get in, and I just wanted to know like if that would be a possibility to like reach back out.
Yeah, I remember when I quit school for a bit, and I had to tell my parents this, and it was my family. We couldn't afford school, so it was very much a like I was paying for part of it, they were paying for part of it, and I had a little bit of like a scholarship coming in, or it wasn't a scholarship, like I wasn't that smart, it was a financial aid. And I remember just being like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I want, I'm not excelling in class because I'm trying to work and I can't do all of it right now, and I just need to take a break from school. I'm not saying I'm quitting, but like I need to take a break from school. I'd rather like spend the next year saving money and like figuring out exactly what it is that I want, and then like start again next year.
Yeah.
And I remember that was one of the first like really adult conversations that I had with my mom. And I remember her being like, well, that's valid and that's fair. And she was like, if you want to do that, go ahead and do that. And we'll reevaluate next year. She was like, but the whole thing was like, we don't want to see you just sitting at home. And luckily they didn't have to worry about that because I've had lots of little part-time jobs like I mentioned earlier. But they were like, as long as you are applying yourself somewhere, like that's all they wanted to see. And I think because I was able to articulate that to them, they were supportive of that. Mm-hmm. So I agree with Taryn. Why not have that conversation with your parents and your boss, see where it gets you? And at the end of the day, if your boss says no, then you still have that part-time job. Like, why not? If mental health is the priority, then let's cut that job, unfortunately, and then stick with the part-time job. If you end up not getting in the program, get another part-time job.
Yeah.
You can totally juggle two of those. Yeah. And maybe it's kismet. Maybe it's for the best. But also, he knows you're a student, so I don't see why that would be a problem for your boss.
Yeah, in most programs, there's like, it's not like just the top of the year you can get in. There's like, you know, different semesters or different like
quarters.
Even if they like, however they break it up. So I would see like, okay, well, when's the next time I can get in? And that might help you map out how long it is that you need to like pick up some extra, whatever it is. But it's hard. It's for sure hard. And it's hard to communicate that to parents for sure. But I think if you see it as they're just worried about you, they're worried about you making the right choices to affect your future. Yeah. And you see it as concern and go in just like knowing what you want and the reasons why you want it. But I think you need to make a choice. Like, what's my priority? And then you need to move according to that.
100%. And then also just recognize that you are in a chapter where sometimes you just have to say yes, put your head down and get through it.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. I feel like that's what it feels like for most students. No, for sure.
And that's where your afternoons and your nights and your weekends and your whatever become very important, how you deal with it to help you like release stress and to like reset for the next day.
Yeah, it was tough because like if I'm like looking back now and I'm thinking about it, I had school all week. I would work nights. I worked all weekend because I couldn't work every day during the week. So I was a weekend person and night person. And I even worked my pita job, which was mornings. So I would like start my morning at my sandwich shop, go to school, and then either have night class or go work at the hotel at night. I never saw my family. It was like, but it was just, that was the grind.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, sometimes you have to take a break for yourself intentionally, and other times you have to just put your head down and get it done. Yeah. So I'm sorry. It really is. I look back sometimes and I'm like, school was hard.
No, I don't know how. I literally don't know how I survived. Like, I lived in Orange County. I would drive to school in San Dimas and then drive out to, that's when I was nannying, drive out to Newport Coast, then to nanny all day until like late at night. Yeah. Barely make it home to like sleep for a few hours and then get up and like do it all over. It was like,
I lived in my car.
Literally so wild.
I had like face wash, toothbrush in my car because I would nap a lot in the car. If I got to school early, I'd park in the parking structure and just like take a nap before going to class.
Those like 15-minute naps where you're like...
those 15-minute naps were game changing.
And you wake up and like cry a few tears and then go.
Yeah. But it worked. It got me through it.
Yeah.
But good luck.
Woof.
It's a tough season, but you got this. You will get through it. You will survive and you'll be better for it. You'll be a stronger person because of it.
You got this, girly.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into my story. This one is titled... My fiance broke my trust.
Let me just tell you something right now. Broken trust is like my biggest fear. And that feeling makes me like sick to my stomach because the second that doubt comes in and then it just like floods your mind, it's like I love living in like the trusting, like innocent bubble you have with people.
Yeah, the delulu.
And then the second that's broken, like what comes after that is just like, no thank you.
Yeah.
No thank you.
I literally like, I'm gonna throw up. Just
no,
like
it
the
makes
thought
me
of
like
that.
sick to my stomach.
And it being your fiance.
Especially, romantic, like forget it.
Jeez. Let's dive in. Hi. Resending this because I forgot to add that my name is but I would like to say anonymous. Bleep it, Michaela. But love you guys. Hello. Warning that this is going to be super long, but I really need advice. There's just so much backstory. I've been a listener to the pod for less than a year, but listened to every single episode. It is my designated walk podcast.
Love that.
I love a walk podcast. It is my favorite thing. Anyways, I need help figuring out what my next steps are. I've been in a relationship with my partner since we were 16 and we are now 22. We've lived together for 2 years and we just got engaged. He truly feels like my soulmate. We connect on so many levels and we both want the same things in life. The life we live right now is my dream. We both work hard, travel, and are planning a wedding and have pretty similar hobbies. However,
I'm like,
however.
Every like good detail she just said makes me like so sad because I know the however is coming.
Yeah. Oof. However, he's broken my trust a few times. When we first moved in together, we were on his TikTok and I noticed really inappropriate things on there. It was clear he was looking at other women often and this broke my heart.
Like his For You page was just,
the videos coming up. Yeah. That's the thing with TikTok. The algorithm.
It feeds your sickness.
It feeds
whatever that is.
You are watching. Feeds you what you are watching.
Mine is arrest videos right now. I don't know how I got there, but I can't.
Currently,
I can't get away. I can't get away.
Mine right now is courthouse weddings. Because planning a wedding is a lot.
Dude, this fly is going to make me crash.
He just did.
Out.
The fly just like flew around my head 3 times.
No, every time he comes at me, I'm like, I'm going to kill you.
I've been so overwhelmed with wedding planning and I haven't even started. And my For You page is giving me video after video of these beautiful courthouse weddings. And I'm just like, I could do that and buy a house. Because at the rate this is going, if I want a wedding,
just buy a housewarming party. You don't need a wedding.
Yeah. And like just a little ceremony at the courthouse. But anyways, I told him that this was unacceptable for me and how much it hurt me. When I told him how much it even affected my body image, he cried and it was clear that it really hurt him to see me hurting. And I thought everything was okay. But then it happened again a month later. This whole fight happened again where I told him how much it hurt me and he apologized profusely and said it would never happen again. This was 2 years ago now and it hasn't happened again. To me, this shows he is capable of growth, but it hurts that it had to happen multiple times. I was using his phone last June and I noticed in his call log, he had been calling one of his coworkers. I thought this was a little weird since they don't really have to work together, so I checked their messages. When I noticed there were no messages, I checked in his recently deleted messages. Oof. Crazy, I know. And I noticed he had deleted all messages with her. My heart dropped. I recovered the messages, I read through them, and quickly realized it was very innocent and platonic. But I didn't understand why he had to hide it. In my head, it seemed there was something there if he felt the need to hide it, even when it didn't seem there was anything inappropriate. I told him I was feeling extremely insecure about this relationship and I was very concerned about why he had to hide things. He reassured me there was nothing there, and I told him I was not comfortable with their relationship being anything but coworkers. I understand if he has to talk to her for work, but I didn't want anything outside of that. He said he was okay with this and we chose to move on. After this, she got a new job and quit working with him, so I didn't think anything of it. This past week, we were on his phone and I noticed she texted him and my heart dropped again. I went through their messages and again, nothing was really concerning. The messages were definitely friendly, but in them, he was showing her we got engaged, but that was the only time I was mentioned. I felt like I was being lied to because I had expressed to him that this relationship made me feel uncomfortable. He told me he saw her as nothing but a friend and that I was all he ever wanted. Though I believe it was not malicious on his behalf, I still feel very unsure if this relationship is right for me. It feels like having the friendship with her was greater than my feelings around it, which makes me feel like there's more there. He swears to me he wants nothing other than me. I do not feel ready to leave. We have built our lives around each other and we both love each other so much. We have both come to a realization that this stems from a lot of immaturity on his behalf and not considering my feelings all the time. I feel he is insecure and in turn does things for validation without thinking about how it affects me. I don't know if it is worth it for this to continue to be a cycle. I hate that I've expressed how I feel multiple times. I love him more than anything, and he truly is an incredible person, but it feels like he continues to make decisions that are hurtful to me. As of right now, he continues to apologize and tell me how upset he is with himself for not respecting my boundaries. He promises to be more respectful of the boundaries that I set, but I feel like maybe it's too late. I'm torn because I do see true remorse from him, but at the same time, I don't want to stay and this potentially continue. This has been my person since I was 16. We are planning a wedding, and it just feels like the decisions that he makes are not the same person of the person that he was 6 years ago. I'm afraid that if I leave, I'll regret it forever. The end.
Oh, my tummy hurts.
I have so many thoughts. I need to
I think that's what people don't get. Trust is this thing that is it's a one object thing that's like intact. And the second you do anything that like enters or damages that, I don't know why I'm just seeing it as this like ball.
A bubble.
Like it just, the integrity of all of it is like shot. Like the foundation is shaky, and the tiniest thing can then set anything up, because it's like, I mean, some of those things are not little to me, like you saying I don't feel comfortable with you texting and they're still texting, like that kind of bothers me, but and the deleting text. But it's like, if you look at them all individually, it's not like the most massive things, like relationship shattering things, but it's now that that's there, like you're shaken, like you are like gonna always be looking over his shoulder, wondering who he's texting, wondering what he's looking at. And it just creates this really unhealthy dynamic for both of you. Like, one, like maybe he's like not doing things, but you're always checking. So it can create a weirdness like on his part. And then for you, like that's not something anybody wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I think like, it's interesting. I heard it called, stuff with social media referred to as like micro cheating, of where, you know, like if you're in a committed relationship, but you're following girls just because you think they're hot, or like if a girl follows you and you follow them back, or you DM or whatever. Like I think people think like, oh, it's on social media. It's not real life. It doesn't mean anything. But in reality, like if you were doing those things to like random women, like talking to random women because you thought they were hot, texting them because you thought that's like not okay.
Yeah.
So it's like I think we have this shield. We think we're protected because, oh, it's just Instagram. Like I just DM'd her. It's not a big deal. Or she followed me. I just followed her back. I didn't want to be rude.
It's not real.
Yeah, but the thing is it is freaking real.
Yeah, if emotional cheating is real, then it's real.
So I think like so many people do not move in a way that is respectful of their partner when they're in relationships. If I'm in a committed relationship, but I'm still following guys because I think they're hot, and the only part of their content is to be like hot, and I'm like drooling over them, or I'm swiping up on people's stories and reacting or DMing them, anything that I would not be comfortable with my partner sitting right there watching me do it, then it's not right. And you know what's right or not.
Yeah, I was going to say.
By if you would show the other person.
Yeah.
So I think there's so many people, I've said this so many freaking times. It's so clear, like you treat people the way you want to be treated. And if I'm ever doing something or I'm interacting with a guy in a way that I'm like, I wouldn't be comfortable if the guy I'm dating was standing right here.
Yeah.
Then that's a sign.
Yeah.
Or if someone texts me and I'm like, oh, well, I need to respond because I don't want to be rude. Well, if someone in his life that was the same level of what this guy is to me was texting him, how would I want him to respond?
Yeah.
I'd be like, ghost her. Like she doesn't need access to you.
Yeah.
So I ghost him. Like it's just thinking about the other person and thinking like, is this interaction worth hurting someone who like I'm supposed to be like caring about how I make them feel? And if it's not, like what are you doing? For what? A second of validation? It's not worth it.
Yeah. I feel like there's two things happening here. I think one, he isn't respecting or wasn't respecting your boundaries. It sounds like he is now, which is good. And that's a problem because he hurt you the first time. You've become a little more
sensitive to it.
And I say this because you said you saw their conversations that he hid and they were platonic, and he even mentioned that you guys got engaged. So I wouldn't be shocked if like she reached out and it sounds like he like handled it well, you know, was chatting, said you were engaged, and then was like, cool, that's done, deleting it so we don't have to fight about it, which isn't okay because again, we agreed that like he should be able to ghost her and it not be a big thing. I literally just smacked that fly in the face with my foot.
I'm going to kill it.
It keeps buzzing around us.
It literally kamikazed me like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. But then also because of that, that's making me wonder if you have been able to fully forgive him.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, that is required in order to move forward. Because it sounds like he's been good for a year. Taryn.
My ADHD cannot handle this. I just hear it going. Zzz.
Yeah. Zzz. No, it's loud.
Sorry.
It sounds, maybe I'm getting this wrong, but it sounds like he's been good for a year and has been trying. I don't like that he had the conversation, but also it sounds like he wasn't being flirty. He wasn't like trying to do anything. So I like that. I do think you have some leftover PTSD of feeling hurt from him that you are going to have to do the work for. So moving forward, I think you need to decide because you say you love him and he's like the most incredible person. So it sounds like he's the person, like you want to work for it. And if that's the case, then I think you guys need to go to therapy together. And I don't think there's like any question about it. I think this is one of those things where you have to be like, hey, I am still hurt. And, you know, maybe that's unfair to him, but the truth is you are. And you're still feeling a lot of issues from the first time he hurt you and the second time he hurt you. And now you feel like you just can't trust him in any way. And that's causing you to like dig through his phone in any opportunity you can have. I think what you need to say is be like, hey, I think we need to go to therapy. I think we need to settle this before we get married and like rehash out like some of these things and come up with a plan. Because I think a lot of people, it's such an immature thing, but I think a lot of people think like, oh, like once we put a ring on it and we're married, like we won't have to worry about this anymore. And it'll be better because we're married. It's not. It's actually going to get like 10 times worse because now you're not going to trust your husband instead of your boyfriend, you know, or your fiance. So I really do. It's not fun. It's not pleasant. It's going to be really hard work, but I really think you need to like both of you guys like sit down with a therapist and get this taken care of now so that once you're married, you can fully trust your person and the plan that you have made together to like respect each other's boundaries and lives and love, you know?
I also think like, yes, he needs to prove himself, but also you need to get to a point where you're like, I'm choosing. Trust is a choice. Mm-hmm. And even when you feel like you don't trust that person, sometimes you daily have to be like, okay, I'm choosing to like trust you. And it's scary. It's so scary to trust someone who's broken your trust.
It's a big risk. Yeah.
So scary. But I do think like at some point you need to be able to be like, okay, I'm not going to like keep looking through his phone, keep looking over his shoulder. Cause all that's going to do is trigger you so much to things that might not even be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
and cause him hurt him every time that you feel like you need to check.
Like I get some sketchy videos that come across my For You page that I'm like, I was not even looking anywhere near that direction. So I feel like, you know, every time a video pops up, if it's going to cause a fight, like at some point you need to be able to be like, okay, I am choosing to trust you. Like there are going to be times maybe like I need to like check for myself, but I'm choosing to trust you and you have to earn that trust. And maybe you lay a boundary of like, these are my like non-negotiables. Like if I ever see you texting someone or deleting a text again or like following accounts or whatever it is, like these are my non-negotiables.
Yeah.
But I feel like at some point you guys have to like have a fresh start, because that's miserable for you. And honestly, I feel like if you look through anyone's phone, you could find something that's going to piss you off.
Well, and
something that's going to piss you off.
If you're going with the intention and plan of like you're looking for something bad, like you can misread any text conversation. You can misread any DM, and things are crazy on socials. So like it's easy to do that. I would hope that every time that you've been looking, it's been like with him together and not like stealing his phone and like looking behind his back. Cause I do feel like it sounds, according to you, it sounds like after you've had those 2 conversations, he really has been trying and has been doing good. So like, I do kind of want to give him the benefit of the doubt, which is so rare for me to do on this podcast, especially in the like phone cheating situation. Yeah. The last conversations you found were fine.
And maybe like you mentioned he has problems with being insecure and needing validation. So like maybe like you tell him like, hey, I need you to like go to therapy and like figure this out. Like figure out how to only get your validation from yourself and from me as your like loving partner. And maybe that's what it is. So like he makes the move to get therapy and then you make the move of like, okay, I'm choosing to like trust you.
Yeah.
So there's multiple ways you guys can show up for each other. But I do think at some point, if you feel like I will never be able to trust him, I'm forever going to be looking over his shoulder, then you might have to make a harder choice because that's not fair for you or him. So I think you just got to figure it out. I think it's doable, but I think you sound like the type of person that needs concrete like action and proof.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out like what it is that can be that for you guys.
Yeah, that's really tough. I'm going to restate what I said earlier. I think going to therapy and creating a plan together of like how to live life together and safe words that you can say of when you're feeling insecure or when he's feeling like he needs validation or when you're feeling insecure and you need him to like reaffirm that he loves you and only you. Like there's things you can come up with that your therapist can help you come up with to make a solid plan to where you can, it won't happen overnight, but you can learn to like trust each other.
Yeah.
And I think it's vital if you're looking at marriage. So I think why not deal with that now and figure out that plan now that you can walk into marriage with confidence, knowing that you've put in work and you have a plan. Otherwise, the anxiety would be through the roof. Like I'm so excited. I was telling Taryn, like Jackson and I, we don't even have a date set, but we just officially like got our premarital counselor set up. And I'm very excited about that because even though I think me and him are so great and I know we don't have any like current issues that are like crazy that we need to try to sort through. I know they're coming. Like it's only like a breath away. It's like if we're looking at marriage and we're looking at forever together, we're going to have multiple things come our way where we're going to have to figure it out. And like, why not build that foundation now?
Oh, heck yeah.
And before having this huge commitment.
Yeah.
And before having a mortgage together, before having kids, like, let's do it. Like, let's roll our sleeves up and get it done. So I would, as much as I'm forcing myself to do this and Jackson to do this, even though he wants to, like, I'm encouraging, oh my God, did you hit your forehead?
I hit the bottom of the mic and it hit me in the face.
I am just encouraging you guys to do the same thing.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying.
Agreed. Sorry. I can't, the fly is really affecting me.
It's tough over here.
It's rough in these streets. Wow. I wish you the best of luck. Dude, there's nothing. Every guy I've ever talked to, feeling. I have this conversation so early of like, you're going to do what you're going to do, but just know like it's so important to me. Like trust is so important to me. And like, I'm going to always be considerate of you in the way that I move. And that's all I ask in return. But I just, it's like that thing that every person who's like ever struggled with someone like betraying their trust, like the second you talk about trust in a relationship, you're like, shudder. Okay, should I end in a dad joke?
Probably should.
Okay. I had a quiet game of tennis today. There was no racket.
Nice.
But
guys, if you made it to the dad joke, you already know the drill. We love you the mostest. If you have a story, serious or funny, that you would like to share with Taryn and I and get some real advice on, then please email it to us. What's our email, Taryn?
adviceunsolicitedpod@gmail.com.
We love you so much, and we'll talk to you next time.
Love you. Bye.